Use one teleport orb. System message. System message. Ash and Roger are walking to Nightshade Forest. We're here. Roger said, I really hope Elise is here and we can get back to the guild before nightfall. I'm telling him that I make no guarantees, and it's not Elise I'm looking for. Roger said, don't remind me. That bone-masked woman, in the group believed to have perpetrated the roasting of mages much like us, could be here too. Roger sighed. He said, what would Elise, the necromancer, want with the Watermaster's tome? Ellipsis, I see someone up ahead. Oh, it's Elise. Roger's eyes lit up. He's calling out to Roger's eyes lit up. He's calling out to her at the top of his lungs. Elise looked over at us. She smiled and headed into the forest. Roger said, she saw us. You saw that she saw us, right, Ash? I nodded. Maybe she doesn't want to be bothered. Roger said, I don't care what she wants. I care about Master Frost's home. Besides, I'm telling Roger said, I don't care what she wants. I care about Master Frost's home. Besides, she was alone. How did she make it out of the guild by herself? I'm telling Roger that standing around and speculating isn't getting us closer to anything we want. Roger said, you're right. Let's go and find her. Maybe we don't even have to go that deep into the forest. Roger said, you're right. I'm telling Roger that I'm not leaving until we finish the mission. Roger said, right, ellipsis. We're heading inside the forest. Wow, ellipsis. It's the middle of the day, but Nightshade Forest is really dark, ellipsis. These giant nightshade mushrooms sure do a good job of blocking out most of the light. Roger said, darn, I don't see Elise anymore. We're going to explore. I'll let you know if we see anything of interest. System message, Ash and Roger are busy. I see the woman in the bone mask. She's blocking the path ahead of us. Roger said, oh, ellipsis, it's her, such, ellipsis, look. From head to toe, the woman is dressed in a white hooded cloak. Who is this woman? Huh? Two more people dressed in black cloaks appeared beside her. One of them has a hood on and the other, ellipsis. No way, ellipsis. I recognize him. Merrick Stewart, what's he doing with her? The other person in the hooded black cloak is facing away, ellipsis. No, he's teleporting in front of Roger. I'm yelling to Roger to watch out. Roger said, a kick from the hooded assailant sent Roger flying into the ground. I'm going to help Roger. Merrick jumped in front of me. Roger said, WYU. System message, Roger is casting Aqua 2s. The hooded assailant said, Aqua 2s. An immediate burst of water knocked Roger down before he could finish casting his spell. Roger said, wah. The assailant said, you still can't instant cast? Why did you even leave? Roger said, Ellen? The assailant lifted his hood and showcased a head of platinum blonde hair and blue eyes like Roger's. He said, I see you still haven't risen out of the dirt, older brother. Roger is struggling to get up. He said, shut up, Ellen, what are you doing here? Why are you not back in Windsor Hall with Syrup? Ellen said, you have no place to ask me that when you left us. Roger said, I will return once I've mastered water magic. Ellen looked down at Roger, who was still reeling from the earlier attack. Ellen said, at this rate, Sierra and I would have died waiting for you. Roger looked past Ellen at the woman in the bone mask. He said, Ellen, what are you doing with her? Ellen sneered. He said, you'll just have to wait and see, won't you? Roger said, Ellen, answer me, you don't understand, ellipsis, that woman killed many innocent mages. Ellen said, I do understand, Roger. I understand how small of a sacrifice a few mages are in the grand scheme of things. Merrick said, who are you talking to through that pocket watch? I'm telling Merrick to get out of my way. He said, wait, I recognize you. You were there on that day I got kicked out of that wretched guild. Merrick said, you helped defend me that day. Seeing who he is with today, I'm telling Merrick perhaps I was wrong to have defended him. He said, the mindset against human descendants is what's wrong in this world. All I ever wanted is what's fair. Merrick said, with the way things are, I will never get that. But when we're finished, a perfect world will be born. I'm looking past Merrick. Ellen is casting spell after spell and hitting Roger. If this continues, Roger might die. Merrick said, stop worrying about others and start worrying about yourself. System message, Ash is waiting. Attack Merrick. 1 of 2 response. Help Roger now. 2 of 2 responses. Help Roger now. 2 of 2 responses. Response. Ellipsis. System message, Ash lost 22 aura. When I tried to dash around Merrick, he twisted my arm and threw me backwards to the ground. Merrick said, you fool. Didn't I just tell you to stop worrying about others? He's walking over me. Merrick said, you can't win. But why don't you join us? I'm asking him why he would want a dirty Olyncian like me on his team. He said, Olyncian or not, human or not, in our perfect world everyone will be free. Merrick said, join us and you can be a part of that world. Be against us, and you will perish along with the other sinners. The woman in the bone mask just spoke. She said, he's calling. Ellen said, but I'm not done with him yet, hey. 3 dark lights just appeared underneath their feet. Who is this woman in the bone mask? I need to get her mask off. System message, Ash lost 27 aura. I feel a shock going through my body, paralyzing me. Descriptive help. Descriptive help. Button. Oh no, the woman, Ellen, and Merrick are phasing away, ellipsis. Roger said, Ellen, 3 exclamation marks. Ellipsis, they're gone. I hear Lisa's voice. She said, quite the show. Descriptive help. But, she's stepping out from behind a giant nightshade mushroom. She's looking at me with a questioning glance. She said, you and the bone lady, ellipsis. When she saw my look of confusion, she trailed off. Roger said, wait, ellipsis, were you just watching us? Why didn't you help? Elise said, it was more fun for me this way. I'm alive, but I'm still having a little trouble moving around. Talk to you when this paralysis wears off.